Hello, welcome to Smart Web Solutions. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to query your domain name to see where they resolve. If you are visiting this channel for the first time, subscribe on our page, like, and hit on the bell so that you get to be notified when we upload new videos. Now, if you want to check or how do you query your domain name to see where they are resolving is our topic. And if you want to check how your domain name or where your domain name is being pointed, it is of paramount importance for you to periodically check where your domain names are being resolved or where they are pointed. That is, what IP address they are pointing to, or which domain name system, that's the DNS records, are configured on that particular domain name. This can help you identify any misconfiguration on the domain name and troubleshoot the DNS issues you are having on that particular domain name or your domain names. Now, the steps you need to follow are like this. First, before you dive in, you need to understand what DNS resolution is all about. The DNS resolution is a process by which a domain name is translated into an IP address, allowing users to access the website or services or the domain name using a human readable name. For example, I have this domain name, smartweb.com.ng. This is a human readable domain name. The server interprets it to an IP address. So you want to check where this your domain name is pointed to an IP address or to other DNS record. Other DNS records include the A record, which is of course mapping a domain name to an IP address, that is IP4. Then we have AAA record, that's the A4A records, which map to an IP address 6. Then we have a CNAME record. It maps a domain name to another domain name, or it redirects a home page to another home page. Then we also have an MX record, which is pointing a domain name to an email server. And then we of course have the NS record, which defines the authoritative name server for a particular domain name. Now, the methods you follow to check where your domain names are being queried to is you use in this video we'll be restricting ourselves to online DNS lookup tools such as the Into DNS. We have a tool called intodns.com. So this tool allows us to check where our domain name is being resolved to. Let me use this particular domain name known as gblaze.com.ng to see where the domain name is being resolved to. gblaze.com.ng. When you open the website intodns.com, you enter your domain name. You want to search the DNS, then click on this report. So this information here contains all the DNS on the domain name. The first you see is the domain name server. The domain name server record is pointing to ns30 and ns29 dnsserver.com. This is the name server record. Then we also have other records like the MX record, the A record, the TXT record, the SOA record. All these are records that are visible from the Into DNS of that particular domain name. So now, if you are having any challenges with any of the records that is on the domain name, either the MX record, the A record, the CNAME record, for example, this CNAME record, if you are having issue with the CNAME record, maybe it's not pointed correctly, or it hasn't propagated, or there is a technical glitch between the domain name and the server is pointed to, it will highlight this MX record in red, showing you that there is an error on this record. So you need to go and check, then resolve this error on the domain, on that DNS record. Another tool we are going to use is the DNS dumpster or the DNS checker. dnschecker.org. So this is another tool which we can as well use to search our domain name and see where it's being resolved. So the first thing you do here is to enter the domain name on the space provided and then search what record do you want to check. If you are checking MX record, you just click on the record from the drop down. You just check MX record, then click on the search button. It will search and show you the record that is being pointed. So you see here it's showing record on virtually all part of the globe. That is, it is being resolved on all part of the globe. It is acceptable that the record is pointed correctly and there is no issue on this MX record. If there is an issue on this MX record, it's going to highlight it in red, or is going to cancel it. It will not be resolving. So any other record you want to check on this particular tool, DNS checker, you can check from this drop down. Select the record you want to check and then search on the record. Another tool we can use is DNS dumpster, dnsdumpster.com. So on DNS dumpster you can as well search your domain name, gbless.com.ng. click on the search button. This will give you more details, or like other DNS checker or like other tools. It gives you more details about the domain name. The server is pointed to, the location of the server, and what have you. You see here under the DNS server, it is pointing to ns29.server.com. That's the name server, ns29 and ns30. Then the IP of that particular server is also showing here. That is the A record for the domain name. This is the A record. Then the server is a limestone network, and the location of the server is in the United States. You can as well see the location here. It is being located, highlighted in green here as part of the globe, showing you that is the location of that particular server where you hosted your domain name. And the server type is of course a limestone network. So all other records are also showing here. If there is any record that is missing or any record that is having an issue, it will of course highlight it on this page. So another method of querying your DNS or your domain name is using the MX toolbox. Using the MX toolbox, mxtoolbox.com. So if you click on the mxtoolbox.com, you can of course enter your domain name which you want to search, gbless.com. And if you are checking on the MX record, you just click on MX lookup. Or if you want to resolve the email deliverability or email issue, you can of course use this tool to check if you're having an issue with the email. It will show here. So now for the MX lookup on this particular domain name, it shows that the record is missing is DRAMAC. This record has to do with email exchange. Is missing here, as you can see, is being located here, which of course we can see it here. This record is not found on the server. Then the DNS record is of course found on this account, but the DRAMAC is missing on this account. That is why it's being highlighted in red. So another way to check is using the command line, but we are not using the command line in this video, so we are only using the online tool. And of course we are also going to look at we'll be looking at the DNS management interface. And if you are using or if you are managing your domain name through the hosting provider like SmartWeb or a domain registrar directly, or any registrar you are using to manage your domain name, you can as well log in into the domain name registrar or the hosting provider's dashboard. Just like in SmartWeb, you log into your control panel and then check all the records you are having. So let me navigate to the control panel of this particular domain name. This is my control panel for the domain name gbless.com.ng, which of course we all know how to log into our control panels. You use your domain name /cpanel, or you go through the dashboard of your account, then click on login to cpanel. It will take you to this home page on the cpanel. So the first thing to do here, you scroll down and check the DNS zone editor under the domain segment. This is the domain segment. You check on zone editor. We want to check where the domain records are being pointed to. So you click on manage. If you open the zone editor, click on manage, it will show you all the records that are being pointed on this domain name. We have the A record, which is being pointed to this an IP address. We have the MX record, which we said is the email record pointing to an email server, is being pointed. And of course we have other records like the CNAME, the TXT record, and all other records are being shown on this page. So if any record that is missing on this page is not displaying on either of the tool, DNS checker, into DNS, DNS dumpster, or MX toolbox, if a record is missing, or the record are not showing entirely on any of your toolbox, it is either the domain name is on propagation, or there is a glitch between your domain name and the server is being pointed to. So you need to contact your host in this case to check where the error is from, and then they will get it resolved. So in conclusion, we all know how to query our domain names using this video. To query your domain name to see where the resolve is crucial for ensuring that they are correctly configured. You can use an online tool such as the Into DNS, the DNS checker, DNS dumpster, MX toolbox, and what have you, to check where they are being pointed to, or where your domain name is being pointed to. Thank you for joining us once again, and stay tuned for more videos. Have a nice day.